Welcome to today's Next Level webinar. Today I've got the pleasure, my name is Bernie Birch, I'm the Sales Manager for Reliv Asia Pacific, and today I have the great pleasure to introduce to everybody for this webinar the President of Reliv Asia Pacific, Scott Montgomery. Scott, over to you.
Okay, I appreciate that very much, Bernie, and welcome everybody on this webinar. It's a privilege for me to be a part of it and just share some thoughts here. And let me first just kind of say that, again, my name is Scott Montgomery, and just like Bernie said, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit on this webinar about really why Reliv started and how it started, and just try to really just kind of talk through some things here. But first, let me, this will probably take anywhere from 10 or 15 minutes. I'll get through this pretty quick, but I want to try to share some things with everybody that maybe you haven't heard before, or maybe you haven't heard for a while. But let me just first, just tell everybody about myself first. I've been a part of this company for 28 years. I've watched this company be formed, and I was a part to kind of see its purpose and its mission develop, some 29 years ago, and I think I've, just in those 28 years, probably in a pretty good position to talk to you all about the whys, not just the what, the what we do and how we do it, but why Reliv was started, because Reliv really was started for a reason. And I'm going to kind of just go through some of these. I've got just kind of a slide presentation that I'm going to walk you through a little bit, and really just kind of communicate why Reliv was started. The purpose of Reliv really started for a reason, a big reason. And everything that you see today, a part of the company, whether it be its name, its logo, its mission, its compensation plan, its industry that we operate, really is for a reason. And those are the things I want to kind of talk to you a little bit today. And so, if you look at this first slide here, it talks about the mission here a little bit, and that's a big mission, to nourish our world. It's something that we take seriously. And and it's not only just to nourish the body, but also is to nourish the mind and nourish the spirit. And because we know not only a healthy mind, but it's important to have a healthy spirit, and all of that is on purpose. Nourishing the world, body, mind, and spirits. And if you even look at the logo up in the top left-hand corner there a little bit, Reliv, which when we first came up with that name, really means what? Return to youth, live your life again in a healthier and happier way, and that's what those three little swishes mean: body, mind, and spirit. And so let me kind of keep going here a little bit, and I went through this presentation in Phuket a few weeks ago. We had a reward trip in Phuket, Thailand. We had an awesome time. We had about 90 people there that from all over RAP, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, parts of Australia, New Zealand. And one of the things that I kind of made the comment is that, I'm really not going to say, unless you're brand new, I'm not going to say a whole lot of things that are new. Most people just need to be reminded rather than taught. And sometimes people forget, why they started, why they're in the business, but most people know what to do. They know how to talk to people, they know how to share their story. I'm just going to kind of come in and just kind of remind some people of some of the things that we do and the reasons why. If some of those reminders, I think about Dr. Ted. I think about when this company started, and I think about Dr. Ted's story. Dr. Ted was somebody that was injured in World War II. He lived with severe pain for many, many years. He, on his own, created a product, and but you know what? He didn't want to keep this product to himself. He wanted others to have the same benefit of good health that he had, and he had this big mission. He had this big dream, and that was to nourish the world. And if you've ever heard Dr. Ted speak, if you've been around for a while, you know, one of Dr. Ted's favorite quotes was to, you know, be ashamed to die until you've scored a victory for mankind. And, you know, I heard Dr. Ted share that quote many times from stage. And you know what? It wasn't just a quote he liked. I mean, he really meant it. And, you know, I just think about where all of us would be if Dr. Ted had created this product and kept it for himself. None of us, Reliv would not exist, and none of us would be a part of this company. And you know what? But everything happens for a reason, and it was not soon. It was soon after, I guess, that he was seeing great results on this product is when he became acquainted with Bob and Sandy Montgomery. And you know, Dr. Ted shared this product with Bob and Sandy, and yes, Bob and Sandy are my folks, so that's why I've been a part of this company for so long, and have just seen all of the success that we've had. But you know what? Bob and Sandy met Dr. Ted. They, with the results they had on the product, wanted to create a bigger, you know, a company with a big mission and a big vision. And again, you know, you think about Bob and Sandy didn't keep this product for themselves. They had bigger things in mind. They had a big vision. They wanted to affect a lot of people and help a lot of people around the world. And you know, for any of you that might have ever listened to Bob at conference, you know, some of his favorite, you know, some of his favorite lines from stage, or some of his favorite sayings. You know, there's three of them that kind of come to mind when I think about it. You know, my vision is to change the lives of as many people as possible. You know, my goal is to create more millionaires than any other company. You know, my goal is to help enough people get what they want in life, and you'll never have to worry about your own success. And so you see, Bob had this big vision. It started with Dr. Ted. We followed up with Bob and Sandy and their big mission, and a company was created. And I say all that because everything since day one has been put in place with a much bigger mission behind it. And everything that we do in this company is meant to be shared. The product, the opportunity, the lifestyle that all of us have because of this company. Bob knew that the best way to share it was through an industry called direct selling, and we're going to get to that. And so so you know, then you kind of ask yourself, okay, why Reliv? You know, to do all those things that Bob and Sandy wanted to do. You know, that's really was the original idea of Reliv, because we know that that really Reliv is the vehicle. It's the fastest way to get product to the masses. We all know that face-to-face or word-of-mouth marketing is one of the fastest forms of direct sales, and it's the fastest way to get a product out and get people talking about it. And Bob knew this. He knew, you know, from day one, the fastest way to get a product that was changing people's lives to the masses. And again, you know, you kind of ask yourself, all right, if you kind of boil it all down, basically there's three reasons why people get involved in Reliv, or even involved in anything. But in Reliv, you know, Bob asked himself, what do people want? If we can figure out what people want and help them get that, we will be successful. And so if you kind of think about yourself and why you're a part of Reliv, what first attracted you to Reliv, it probably comes down to one of three things. It's you either wanted to feel better, you wanted to improve your finances, whether to be to supplement your income, whether you're looking to help put your kids through college, whether you're looking for retirement income, or you just want to improve your lifestyle. You know, you're looking to travel more and things like that. You know, so that was a big question. What do people want? And that was a big question that Bob had to answer as we were forming the company back then. So then you get to the question, all right, why why did Bob and Sandy choose the direct sales industry? We've got a great product. People need it. We need to share it. It's a perfect product to be shared. And so we knew that the best way to do that was through the direct sales industry. And, just like you see here, Bob wanted to give others the same opportunity that he had when he met Dr. Ted. And you'll see that little quote there, that the number one key to wealth is to own your own business. And, that's important. And that's what through Reliv we're able to offer, is an opportunity for people to own their own business. And like I said before, it's the fastest way to get products to the end consumer. It's the fastest way to help people. And, we can measure all that by people's incomes. We measure your success by the size of your income. We know that if your income is increasing, you're helping more people. If your income is staying the same, you're probably helping the same number of people. Or if your income is decreasing, we know that you're not helping as many people as, say, you once were. So anyway, that's why this industry was chosen back 29 years ago, and we knew just the size of the industry was significant as well. And today there's almost 100 million people now involved in this industry, and I think Bob knew that back then, is that this was going to be a sizable industry and the best way to share a product. As Bob was looking at giving people opportunities, then you got to kind of ask yourself, okay, why the breakaway model? Why our compensation plan? And, we knew that if people were going to share stories, some people were going to share their story with a lot of people. Some people were going to share their story with a few people. But we wanted to pick a model that, like everything else we do, was proven, was stable. There's a lot of there's a lot of comp plans out there that are trendy, that are hot today, but maybe not so hot tomorrow. And so we wanted to pick a model that we knew was stable and going to be around long term. And so as they looked at compensation plans, we looked at the breakaway model and chose the breakaway model because it's really where all the really big money is made in this industry. It's geared for full-time efforts. We are taking this serious. And, you've heard Bob say before in the past, you work this business hard, it's really easy. You work this business easy, it becomes hard. And so we wanted to direct this compensation plan for full-time efforts. But you know what? We also have a front half of our plan and a back half where you come in today, you can make money today, or you can make money long term too. So on that front half, you can make money. You go to work today, you can make money today. And then that residual income on that back half, you can make money for the rest of your life if you keep working your business. No limitations on width or depth. We didn't want to restrict that. We didn't want to say you can only go 5 wide or 10 wide. We didn't want to put any restrictions on that. And with this breakaway model and with this industry that was chosen 28 years ago, it's kind of, you'll see that last little bullet point where we're now approaching close to $2 billion in sales in the last 28 years, 28 years. And, and that says a lot. All right, as we keep going here, Reliv's role. Reliv, at the end of the day, our role is simple. A distributor role is simple. A leader's role is pretty simple. But from a company standpoint, our number one objective or thing that we have to do is we've got to provide a unique product, a hero product. And I think everybody that's heard of Reliv will agree that we've got fantastic products. People that get on our products, take our products consistently, get excellent results. And so it's our job to make sure that we continue to do that, to make sure that we continue to provide that product each and every month. It's our role to pay a fair and consistent compensation and it's our role to recognize your success, recognize the people that are growing the company, and recognize the people who are changing lives. That's a big part of what our responsibility is as a company. And then finally, we just need to keep doing what duplicates. This is a business about addition. It's about always adding new people, and it's about keeping the people we already have in our company. So, our job is to keep it very simple, because we need to keep adding and keep retaining the people that we have. Distributors role. You know what? You guys as Reliv distributors, you really are the brand. Your voice is the billboard. Your voice is the advertisement. Your voice is the radio. You are the brand. And, as a role, it's to share your story every single day. And if you share your story with a lot of people, you see more success. And kind of like how we gauge people's success with their income. So role, share your story every single day. And I said this just a few minutes ago, this business is about addition and retention. And then the other thing, and it's more than this, but these are just a few things. I mean, obviously distributors do more than this each and every month, each and every day, but it's also to help others in your organization succeed. If you've got a brand new customer and they're looking to become a distributor, it's your role to see that they succeed. If they want to become a master affiliate, it's your role to help them do that, and so forth. A director, key director, senior director, even ambassador or PD. It's your role to help others in your organization succeed. Leaders, there's few people, that are in this industry that just want to step up, and they see this business bigger. They see it bigger than most others. And if you're a leader in this company, we know that you're going to lead by example. You're going to keep recruiting every month. You're not going to quit. It's not something where people fall back and they start managing. They keep recruiting every single month. Leaders are positive, which is what people want to be around. People want to be around positive people. Support each other. Leaders always support each other, especially in Reliv. It doesn't matter if you're upline, downline, crossline. Our leaders support each other all the time, and that's important. And then, of course, as leaders, we want you to always be looking for that next leader. Duplicate yourself, and it's a big part. And again, kind of like distributors, these aren't the only roles that a leaders play, but these are just some important points that I wanted to kind of share, with this group here. Moving on, great leaders are almost always great simplifiers. They keep things simple. This is a quote by Richard Branson. And great leaders keep things very simple, very duplicatable. Leaders can share a story today with somebody new, and that person can go and share that same story with 2 or 3 new people later that day. They keep it very simple, very duplicatable, and that's part of years ago, or not too long ago, really, was our ignition strategy, was to kind of go back to the basics and keep it simple. And it's easy to kind of complicate things from time to time and not make things so simple, but you always have to remember, and just like Rich DeVos said, he's a famous gentleman in this industry, that we should never forget that today is somebody's first day in this business. What you share, what you teach, somebody today, they should be able to explain it to somebody else later. So never forget, those some of us that have been around for a long time in this company, sometimes we take for granted what we know, but if you're a brand new person, you got to keep it simple for them. Again, stay consistent, no drift. What do I mean by drift is when drift is something that you get away from when something is working. We all have things in our business that work really, really well, and sometimes we get bored with that and we kind of drift away from those things and we try new things. But if it's working, stay consistent and stay with the things that are working in your business, and again, don't quit. So why the ignition strategy? It's we just wanted to remove some obstacles, make things faster. We focus on master affiliate, we focus on fast start, we focus on our preferred customer. We've got tools that we use, the webinars like we have here tonight, our leaders calls that we host, social media, whether it be whether it be Facebook that you prefer or Twitter. We try to keep these tools very simple, very easy. Our mobile app is another tool that we have available, and if you haven't downloaded it, we would encourage you to do that. There's a lot of information out there on that mobile app that is easy to use. And again, I mentioned focus on master affiliate. Why do we focus on that level so much? Because we know, and we've known that since day one, that master affiliates will talk to more people and change more lives. And keys to Reliv distributor success. It's really kind of simple, and I'm just kind of boiling it down. There are lots of other keys, but you know what? If you keep sponsoring new people and you help them build a consistent PGPV full of new customers, new distributors all the time, and if you just repeat that process, you will be successful. It's really that simple. Sponsoring, help them build. Sponsor, help them build. It's just one of the things that's consistent or important in this industry, and especially in your business. So let me just, I guess, just kind of a final thought here to kind of summarize, everything. This company, everybody, was started for a reason. It was built to change hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of lives. Don't forget that we have something in Reliv that other people are looking for. When somebody shared Reliv with us, we've either have great product results or great financial results. It's almost like they gave us a gift. And it's our job as people in Reliv, yours and mine, to share that gift with more people. And just remember, this company, like I said, was built for a reason. It's got a bigger purpose behind it. Dr. Ted's goal was to nourish the world. Bob and Sandy's goal was to see more people become successful and give people an opportunity to change their lives financially. And so that's what I wanted to share here on this webinar and I hope maybe you learned something new or maybe just reminded you of something that you already knew. But it's been a pleasure for me to kind of share some thoughts with you on this, and I want to thank everybody for listening, and I wish everybody just a fantastic day. So thank you, everybody.